we're getting ready to do this, and I said, babe, I don't have a lick of makeup on. He said, oh, just put your hair down, you'll be fine. He hates my hair up.
I don't like her hair up.
Can't stand it. But I don't have a lick of makeup on. He's making me wear my hair down.
But isn't she beautiful?
Which makes it look like, well, honey, you forgot to do your face.
Well, what's the difference between your hair up and your hair down?
Because this
with
shows
no makeup either way.
Complete slob. Just don't care. And this shows like half butt. Like.
You guys tell me, hair up, hair down, makeup don't matter. But I just like your hair down.
Kidding.
I just like your long hair.
Oh, he's just so sweet. Anyways, hey, we're back from Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's bittersweet.
So real time, right now, we're in Southern California. The kids just got done trick-or-treating. And
Show a little clip of that cuteness. Say hey. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
We had a stormtrooper, we had Rey from Star Wars, and we had 2 PJ Masks.
And it was really cool.
Yeah, we did our first RV park.
Trick or treat.
Our first RV park trick-or-treat. And it was nice.
It really was.
It really was. We just walk around and get candy. But yeah, back from Hawaii. Didn't really show any of that. Really was nothing to show. We got on an airplane, flew back.
For a lot of hours.
Yeah, for a long time. And we were very tired when we got back, but very happy to be back and see the kids.
We missed them.
We did. And so now the adventure is going to continue. You guys are ready to watch the video where we get back on the road. We're making our first stop in Tulsa, Oklahoma at a place that really surprised us. And we had a wonderful time there.
Yes.
Stay tuned to the end of the video because we're going to talk about kid safety and some of the fears we had in the beginning about safety of our children while traveling full time and just being in public places and changing locations a lot. So
that's going to be in this video, the same video as this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You got to climb under it without letting it touch your head. Think you can do it?
Climb under this?
Yeah, see if you can. That's the opposite. No pressure.
Don't fall.
No pressure. That's where I went down.
I know.
You little stinker. I'm gonna get you. You want to get into Boom Boom?
No, that was awesome.
It's cool.
Very. This is called The Gathering Place. If you have not heard of it, put it on your must-see list.
You've heard.
Now you've heard.
We're only like 20 minutes in.
And we're already amazed because this place is free.
This is called
Good job, Grady.
It's so dark in here.
Hey guys, don't get like covered in sand, okay?
They found the sand.
Bad news bears.
Can't shower tonight. Mommy would have been like, oh, that's volcano sand, or that's dinosaur poop, or something.
Yeah.
Daddy just lets them go in there.
Sorry.
We just washed the bedding today.
Daddy's in trouble.
It's okay.
Go right up in there.
Up here?
Yep, and then up that ladder.
Up this ladder?
Yep. Go, 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 go. Come on up, sis.
This is so tiny.
You can do it. Whoa. You need some longer shorts. So they've got really cool things. They got these tall towers, like castle, fort looking stuff. Grady climbed all the way to the top of one of these towers and slid down a giant slide. Now Layla and Chason are going up in these swans that have slides going down that. Whoop, there we go. That's really cool. Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Let's go down zip line. You guys want to do a zip line?
Yes.
So you ready to get on it? Okay, hop on. You did it, Chason. Good job, buddy. it, sis. You can do it. Something Laine and I struggle with, since we have 4 kids when we come to places like this, is we're like playing zone defense. Laine just left. She went with Chason to go take him through a little lit up tunnel over there. And she said, okay, so you got Grady, Layla, and Gabriel. And I'm like, okay. And she says that, and I'm like looking around trying to figure out where they're at. And it's starting to get dark. And anytime it's starting to get dark, all these kids blend in. And it's like, which one of those kids is mine? Is that my kid? Nope, that's not my kid. Where's my kid? So that's the hard part about coming to any type of amusement parks when you have lots of kids, is trying to keep track of all those kids, especially whenever it's a place like this where we're not familiar with it and we don't know like how many exits there are. I thought I heard Laine say my name. I guess it wasn't. So anyway, yeah, zone defense. If you're a parent of multiple children, you understand zone defense, because when it's 2 parents and 2 kids, it's man to man. When you got more than that, it's zone. And so here's the other bad part about this park. We are at this like ropes suspension bridge thing. You can get into it from multiple locations, but you also can get out of it in multiple locations. And then there are these like maze paths that you have to figure out how to get back to where you started. And so Grady's like, I'm gonna go over here. So he went all the way over to like this other side, and I seen him get down, and then he started looking around like, well, how do I get back to where I was? And then I seen him running down some path on the side here, but he's back now. But it can definitely be confusing, I think, for little kids to try and figure out, how do I get back to where mom and dad was? And I told Grady, I'm not leaving this spot. I will be right here. But if Grady can't figure out how to get back to the spot, then it's like, okay, well, what's he do? But so far, all's good. What, sissy?
I can't get on.
See, you know how I thought I heard Laine yelling at me a while ago? Sure enough, it was. She's up there with Chason.
Good job, buddy. I'm gonna do it by myself. Okay, I'll be right
Chason, come on down.
Can we come with you?
Hey, you can do it, Chason.
Go, Chason!
How far is it?
It's not very far at all. I'm down here waiting on you.
Can we go with you? Hold on, we gotta go because there's people behind us.
It's okay.
Hang on, no, I'm not gonna make you go. I'm not gonna make you go. I'm just gonna tell you something. I believe that you can do this.
Can you hold on to me?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna go down the slide. I'm being ready.
Well, I thought I was gonna hit him.
So while I was giving my little talk earlier about playing zone defense, about how Laine was, you know what I'm talking about? Okay. So Laine comes back.
Oh yeah, like we're outnumbered kind
Yeah.
of thing? Yeah.
So Laine comes back and she said, I seen you over there just talking to the camera. You had no idea where the kids were. That's not the truth.
Okay, he did know, but from the looks of it, it looked like he didn't know.
But I did.
I was wrong.
But I did. I knew.
It happens very seldomly, but I know when it happens. It is crazy. It is crazy.
So what I was
swear CBD oil is helping me with these situations.
Anxiety attacks. That's what I was talking about, was because, okay, it's dark, or almost dark, and this place is new to us, and there's tons of different paths, tons of different little playgrounds. It's hard to keep track of your kids.
Which I give them a talking to. Like when we get places like this, I say, this is places that people could grab a hold of you. I know it sounds harsh, but that's just the truth. And so I say, what do you say? And remind them, they don't just start screaming like a baby or people think they're a brat kid. I say, you yell, somebody help me, I am being kidnapped. This is not my mom, this is not my dad, somebody help me, I'm being kidnapped, as loud as you can, and kick them in the privates as hard as you can. That's good advice right there. And to watch out for each other, to be a wolf pack out there. But. And
it's unfortunate that that's the world we live in today, where we have to teach our kids those things when we're in public places like this.
But it is the world, and so
yep.
I don't want to be a helicopter mom, even though I am. I don't really want to be. But I want to teach them how to be that for each other. So we're doing better.
Yeah.
I've calmed.
Yeah.
In the last year.
It's helped.
It was rough at first.
Well, I mean, if you go back to season 1 and some of the rock climbing that we did at Elephant Rocks in Missouri, Laine was having a panic attack.
Literally just not having fun.
Just like kids. Where's the kids? Watch the kids.
All I could imagine is them falling off to their death. Like, seriously. So it's much better.
Yeah. And so if you struggle with that, know from experience that over time it will get easier.
It will.
You'll learn how to handle the situations and what to do and
have a plan.
Play as a team.
Yeah.
And
It's like
zone defense.
Yeah.
We're on the same team.
We are. Good team.
Yep. So right after we got done filming that, one of the staff or security came by and told us that the area where the kids are at is being closed because it's getting too dark. So that's good to know too, is once it kind of gets a little too dark, they close at 10, but it's not even close to being 10 yet.
Right.
But they're closing these little play areas down as it gets too dark because obviously for safety. So you can rent kayaks, canoes, there's a little jet boat down there, and it's all free. I say rent, but you're only allowed to have it for 30 minutes at a time. And it's only at certain hours of the day, I think from 1 to 6 or something like that.
Let's take a canoe in the morning and come back.
I second.
Well, that means we got to stick around.
We can if we want.
We could.
But I want to go on a canoe.
Because I mean, that's something we wanted to do, but we don't want like the rivers, raging rivers with the babies. So that'd be fun.
I want to go on a canoe in that.
So while I said this place is like a maze, you can download their app. And they have a map, which will show you your location. And it's interactive, so you can click on things and it'll tell you what those things are. And it'll also help you find your way out, which we are headed down here to our parking area.
Now, Mom, I can see a lot. So which way do I go down? That way or that way?
Go left.
Is that the left?
Yep, that's left.
Okay.
So what do you guys think of tonight?
Awesome.
Was it cool?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laine just said if we lived here, we'd spend a lot of time here, and that's true.
Oh yeah. It's free awesomeness.
Yeah, inner city parks, I think, are great. A great way to bring the community together, and that's what the purpose of the gathering place was a place for people to come together and just hang out. And this place definitely accomplishes that. We're not really city people. We like them for spells, for a couple days, and then we're like, okay, we're ready to move on. But Tulsa, I'm really impressed with what you guys have done because we've never considered stopping in Tulsa.
No, but now we won't go by.
Right.
We won't go through without stopping.
Yep. Every time we come through Tulsa now,
Yeah.
we're hanging out.
We're gonna gather at the gathering place.
I think it would be really cool to have other full-time families meet here, hang out here, let kids interact here. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, that would be fun.
It might be something that we try to work on or put together. We'll see. So make sure next time you're coming through Tulsa, stop and come here.
Gather.
Gather at the gathering place. One more thing I forgot to mention, this place is like 66 acres, cost $500 million. There's skateboard parks, there's basketball courts, I think maybe even tennis courts. It's huge. So I'm curious, I got a little windsock, dead cat maybe they call it, but I'm curious how it's performing because as you can see, the wind's blowing a little bit down here in Tulsa. So I wanted to say about parking, depending on when you come, it's a Friday night now, and this parking lot is mostly empty, and we're all the way back there. This is one parking lot that they have. There are other ones, but I'd say for RVs, this is the one to come to. And as far as how to find it, just use Google Maps. It'll say the gathering place parking, and it will bring you here. And then just go all the way to the back of the parking lot and find you a spot. Hopefully you will be able to find your spot if you do come here. It's a beautiful night. Beautiful night.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. One of the biggest fears that we had whenever we thought of this, before we even took off, was safety for the kids. You know, not just being on the road, but like safety in day-to-day life and going to public places and RV parks. And, you know, I had just read the book The Shack right before we took off. It was not good.
And if you've read that book, you know exactly what
you
we're talking
know
about.
what we're talking about. But it's just like anything else. I mean, it's just like going into a Walmart in our hometown is just as dangerous as going to a park in the middle of a city, really. We just have certain things that we do. We always have a powwow before we get out. Like as soon as we get out of the rig, we gather up, and I say, you know, depending on where we're at, but if it's a public place, I always tell the kids, listen, and they know, they could all tell you what to do. What do you do if somebody grabs a hold of you? Because I don't try to sugarcoat things. There's so many amazing, nice people in the world, but there's some people that don't have Jesus in their heart, or there's some people that are very mean, and they will hurt you. And so what do you do if somebody tries to grab a hold of you or get you to go with them? You yell and scream and kick and bite, and you say, help, this is not my mom. I am being kidnapped. Because if they're just crying and throwing a fit, someone's going to be like, brat kid, you know. So I want them to have that in their mind, and they do, because we say it every time before we go into public, to act psychotic, like go crazy, and to scream those things over and over as loud as they can. And so we do things like that. We stay together, you know, the whole buddy system thing that's been around for 1,000,000 years, it's good, and we use that. We do that. Grab a hand, you know.
Yeah.
And I struggle, to be honest. I still struggle when we go in public places. I have to calm myself down a lot. Michael has to calm me down a lot.
Well, we have to work as a team, like we said.
Yes.
We have to play zone defense.
Yeah.
And we have to work as a team and trying to make sure that we keep our eyes on the children, or Laine will take 2 and I'll take 2. And,
yeah.
And it just
Communicate
works.
that.
Yeah, it just works that way. Now with Grady and Layla, we have been working with them and making them memorize our phone numbers.
Yep.
So that if for some reason they ever got separated from us, they could tell an adult how to call us or how to reach us.
And we tell them, don't talk to anybody that doesn't have a badge or a name tag.
Right.
You know, which...
Yeah, exactly. To look for people who look official, who are going to be people that can help you.
And Grady and Layla are big enough now to where they help too. You know, with the little ones, we can say, hey, can you take Gabriel up that slide or something like that. And they're very good and aware. This has been good for them. This is good for them because they're aware of their surroundings. They're not floating around in a world thinking that everything's, you know, rainbows and whatever, because that's not the world we live in, unfortunately. And I feel like we're raising them in reality to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
You know, and be prepared what to do if something does go wrong.
Right.
And not just being kidnapped, but all kinds of situations that they could be in. We try to prepare them the best that we can.
But in all of our travels, we have never come across where we have felt unsafe. Ever. Have we? No,
As
we
long
never
as we're
have.
together.
Yeah.
We've been places that, you know, there's safety in numbers, I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And we just stay together. We just don't split up.
And if we ever do feel like we're unsafe, or if we're feeling iffy about a location, you do. Thank you. Jason's brought us a sucker.
That is so nice.
But if we ever do feel unsafe, then we will immediately leave. And that's it. We're not stuck to any place like we feel like we have to be in a certain location. If we don't feel right about it, we'll just go.
Yes, that's another freedom of this. Yep. Totally. And we've done that. We've pulled into places and I'm like, nope, this doesn't feel right. Or Michael, we both know it immediately and we just leave.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, you know. For those of you thinking, you know, I just don't know if we can do that because of safety, I just encourage you to think deeper into that. I looked up the 3 most dangerous things for children, and one of them was driving in a car and sickness, and I can't remember the other, but those are the things they're doing every day. So even though it seems scarier to step out of the box, the actual danger, like facts-wise, percentage-wise, it doesn't increase when you go and travel full-time. No. It's just something in our heads. Yeah. And it's important to be aware of your surroundings. But oftentimes, you need to be just as aware in your day-to-day life, and that's when people are usually let their guard down. We weren't near as safe in our day-to-day life. So, and there was just as much danger in our neck of the woods.
Yep. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give us a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll catch you guys on the next vlog.
Bye.
Did you guys eat all the candy while we was doing that video?
Yeah.
No?
Not all of it.
But look at this, Daddy.
Did you guys save any for Mommy and Daddy?
No.
No.
This is what they're gonna have. This is what they're gonna have to balance out the candy. Carrots, potatoes, beef.
I saved you some candy.
I'm shutting this thing off and I'm gonna eat.
You already got some candy.
Well, thank you, Sissy.